All right, so the first thing we're going to do for testing for fats is solubility. So when you're looking at a fat, oh, I need corn oil. Could somebody go back there and get the corn oil?
I'll do it.
I'm sorry, I forgot the corn oil. I'm going to show you with water first. There you do. Okay, so with corn oil, we say that fats are non-polar, so that means they don't like water. So one of the first tests that you can do, you can put a test tube with water in it, and you can put your fat in there. Get a little bit more. Or your substance. We know oils are fat. And look what happens. Can you see the separation of layers?
It doesn't mix.
It doesn't want to mix. Okay, so that's one way to test for a fat, if they're not mixing. And you know, you can try to swirl it and you see the bubbles and they don't want to mix. So you can try another solubility test too, because what's the rule of solubility? What did I tell you that rule was? You wrote it down on your paper yesterday.
Like goes with like. Well,
Yeah, like dissolves like. Remember that. The rule of solubility, is like dissolves like. So, thinking about this, fats are nonpolar, so we said if it's the rule of solubility is like dissolves like. So if it's polar, it could dissolve in water, like sugar and salts and things. Well, if it's nonpolar, then you gotta find another substance to dissolve it in, another nonpolar substance. How about lighter fluid? Lighter fluid is nonpolar. So now if I can get it open, somebody shove this so far down.
well, it's like the school employee.
Like that's a Bunsen burner.
I was just kidding.
Okay, so the rule of solubility, like dissolves like, nonpolar, lighter fluid's nonpolar. So
It mixes.
look at that, guys.
So it's positive test.
So lighter fluid, and they mix. You can't even, I mean, it turns a yellow tinge because of the oil, but it dissolves the oil. Okay, like dissolves like. So that's the second test that you could do. You could mix your substance with either water and see if it dissolves in water. If you think then it's nonpolar, try another nonpolar substance like lighter fluid and see if it dissolves in lighter fluid. So when we do that part of the lab, you're going to take your substances back there and you're going to do the solubility test. We'll do that together, and we'll just call people to come up to the front here so we can kind of keep the mess up here. That way we only have a little bit of set of test tubes. But today's lab, you are going to do a test, this is a solubility test. Or I mean, the brown paper bag test. So you can use a brown paper bag. Imagine like you have a pizza box. And you gotta pull out all the stops, so you put all the pepperoni on there, right? What happens to the top of the box?
It gets greasy.
It gets greasy, right? So when you ate all your pizza and you have the pizza box left. The pizza box is dry, but those grease spots still look what? Like wet. They're stained, right? So the same premise is what we're going to do today. So we're going to use paper towels to do that. So when I'll just use a little bit of oil out of this. I can just cycle off the top. Okay, so what I would recommend that you do on your paper towel is you box it off, and you're going, I'll give you the list of the substances you're going to test for. So you're going to put a couple drops of, oil on there, and then just rub it in, so it's kind of like finger painting today.
Yeah.
And then you gotta let it dry. Now, I want you to be careful because this is the fat spot, but you're also going to have to make sure that you're aware of the difference between something that's fat and something that gets wet. What do you notice about the fat one?
It's lighter on the outside and then darker on the inside.
Yeah, and it's shiny. Like if you hold it up in the light, can you see the light coming off of it?
Mhm.
If it's hard for you to do that, and you can wave it to get it to dry, it's still wet right now. But look at the difference. Whoops, I'm going to make grease spots on the thing. You see the difference between the spots? This will dry again, but look like you can almost see through that grease spot. Okay? So you're going to get to do those today. So I've got different tables set up so everything's at every station. You've got potatoes, you've got cheese, you've got coconut oil, you've got castor oil, and you've got Crisco to use. If you need to wash your hands or use different fingers for different ones, it's going to get messy, so you can go to the bathroom. Listen, don't ask to go to the bathroom. If you need to go to the bathroom to wash your hands, just go. I know you're going to go to the bathroom to wash your hands. Okay? And then when everybody's finished with that first part, then we'll come up here and you guys will take turns playing with the lighter float. We're going to take some food substances and we're going to do our test and you guys can take turns, okay? All right, so that's it.